This is paper trading. Since I've been fucked up, but I've been trading very well this week, and even today I did very well. But then I got into the stock a third time, um, and fucked up. This could have been a video of how I just did so well and traded so disciplined, but then I chose to get back in, which was okay. Rolled it up. Um, I was up $2,500 for the day instead of originally um, 2,000, roughly 2,000, and got stubborn knowing that the longer I go into the day, the higher the chance is gonna crash. Um, and um, got here, was up substantially, and then took this big crash, added, pulled back again. I was like almost break even for the day. $2,500 could have been a $2,500 gain, but I was gearing towards a $0 gain and possibly a loss for the day. But I'll go into this trade more, um, or I'll finish explaining this backside, and then I started up trending, broke this part right here, um, this level here, and then got to my average, which is above my average actually, and I still didn't take any gains. So I'll go and start off with the beginning of this trade. Um, Also here, since Interactive Brokers is giving me a better chart today, I'll explain it. But I got in, I got in at, and I gotta look at my entries, but I got in at 1850, right here. Um, before I even explain this chart, um, lids and RH, LEDs and RHE has been doing the same thing over and again every day, and then the next day it's been doing the same pattern. So um, I go to the 5 day chart and explain it better so you can get a better understanding if this shit would work. So yeah, um, so the stock pretty much when I started watching, I think here where the stock spiked, came crashing down by the end of the day, next day crash, consolidating. So for day one spike, day two consolidated. Then the next day after that, after consolidation, it spiked largely, pulled back, consolidated, and now it's spiking again. So it's like it will spike, consolidate, spike, consolidate. Same thing with lids. And I noticed this pattern. Um, was well, 'cause lids just did this once, or it's about to do it twice, but it spiked, consolidated the next day. Spiked, consolidated. It's like they're following each other. So going into RHE today, as I'm watching it, I'm telling myself pre-market is gonna spike, but I'm like I'm not used to trading morning spikes at all. I'm not even used to going long, so I'm like very uncomfortable with going long today. So fucking 10 minutes before market open, it starts pushing up. I told myself to get in at 15. I didn't. Then it went to 16, and then it went to 17, and I didn't get in, and it went to 18, and I got in at 1850 chasing it. Um, which wasn't the smartest thing. And I chased it on a minor pullback, and it pushed up. Uh, at that time when I got in, I didn't even think about my average. I didn't even think about, I mean, my entry. I didn't think about my risk. I just know, okay, based off of the price action and the way it's moving, I know it's going to keep going up largely. I completely threw. I didn't mean to throw uh my risk out the window, but it's kind of like I was, but I was just risking like $1 or two per share, which is a lot. But I was only getting in with $7,000, so I was risking probably $1,000, and I really wasn't thinking honestly. So it pushed up, pulled back, and I was like, okay, now I'm down on this trade, but I'm just gonna give it time because I can still see the price action. It's only the first 15 minutes of the day, not even, and then it just started pushing up and spiking. I was looking to get out, and I set an alert, or not an alert, but I was looking to get out as soon as it broke this spike right here. Of At the time when I was looking at it, it was, yeah, 1970. Right here, 1970. So I was looking to get out, but I saw, like, I know this stock can give me more than um, what I can expect. So I let it ride a little bit, and I sold at where does it say 2110. So that was like, I think, a $1,200 gain or something like that. I'm not sure. And then it went up even higher, and I just want nothing to do with it after that because I'm like, I'm not gonna try to get back in, and I'm not gonna uh try to long it more and take a risk. It could come crashing down here, and which it did. It came down largely from the 2234 down to 2139. So that's roughly a $2. Just saw 23 somewhere. Okay, so that's roughly a $2 difference. And then I bought here, as you can see, I bought here. Um, I entered here, and I just let it ride, and it pushed up, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not even gonna wait for a high day. I'm just gonna get out early," and that's what I did. I got out. Let me see where I got out. Uh, After that, I got in. I got in at 2061 and 2030. It went under my risk. I mean, my entry, and then I sold the whole 700 shares that I had from those two entries at 2150. Um, 2150. I didn't let that ride. So this was 2150 right here, and it ended up going to 2379. And I was just like, "What the fuck? That was crazy." Um, and then I was like, "I'm up 2 grand for the day, almost 2 grand." It was 1973, $1,973 up for the day. Then I got back in um, with 500 shares. Then I entered another 200 shares, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it's gonna break high day, but I should sell. And I told myself I should sell on a just an uptrend above my risk, something that's gonna be like, a decent amount. And I should have just sold immediately as soon as it passed my risk. But I was trying to be reasonable, and it got up to $2,500. I was up $2,500, and for the day that was like an extra $500. But in my head, I was thinking, I'm like, man, I could have made way more if it just broke this high. And that's when I started getting undisciplined. I kept repeating to myself, the closer it gets away from that 9:30 time frame, the longer it gets in the day, the lower the volume gets. Um, the lower the volume gets, and and the higher the chance of it crashing. And I kept telling myself that, and I would not listen. And this could have been a quick. I was taking a shit at the time when I traded this. It could have been a quick 15-minute trade. Took a shit, made $1,000 or whatever I made. And then I got off my ass and I started watching it some more. And I could have been done at literally um, uh, it could have been a 45-minute trade roughly, or a 40-minute trade, or a 35-minute trade. But I decided to be stubborn, knowing that this wasn't the smartest thing for me to do, and and took a bigger risk. And now, instead of 35 minutes into this day, it's now gearing on to 11:30. So that's 2 hours I've been sitting here, and I've I sat here longer, and I've watched the markets longer. But today I just don't. I'm just not in the mood to watch it, which is good and bad. But after I got in right here, had my $2,500 gain that I could have took, didn't take it, got something a little bit better, still didn't take it, thinking it was gonna break this point, and it just came crashing down. And I was just like, what the fuck? I just gave up almost everything. And I added right here, and I looked at how much money I had put into the stock. I'm at 20K, 20,300. That's roughly my real account. I had over 25. So I'm like, I'm not going to keep adding and get unrealistic with this trade. So then it started uptrending, and it broke. This chart's not accurate all the way, but let me see if I can show you here. But then it started uptrending. It went to 2188, and I was up like 2200 or something like that. I don't know. And I still didn't take my gains. And now I just crashed down. Back, I was down what, $500 at this point, and I was giving me a little uptrend. I should have gotten out here, here, and here. I should have, but because I've been undisciplined, you know, I didn't. And to be honest, I was just thinking to myself like, yo, I added to try to like get a better entry and to get a better gain. But that's not the case here. And I kept thinking, okay, all those ads, I want to make money off my ads, not just break even. It would have been a waste of a trade. And I respect that idea, but honestly, you're in the hole. So you can't be thinking that way. If you had entered all your shares here, then it would have been all good to try to go for more. But because you entered too high, and now you're about to recover, it's not a matter of you making gains off your ads. It's a matter of trying to get out, without a loss. And now I'm sitting here trying to deal with a stubborn loss. I'm still on top for the day, but I'm just hoping that this shit pushes up. But the way this chart looks, I don't think it's gonna push. It might. I hope. And I can just get out, break even, or a little bit of gain, but I don't think it's gonna give me that. You know, Let me see if I can look at the yearly chart to see the difference in volume for the day. So so when it had this big spike, it was at 55 million. This one is at 38 million. In order for it to break past 27, which I'm not even gonna hold toward till 27, it has to increase the volume. The volume has to increase. Now I'm already more than halfway toward past. I'm already halfway towards 55 million on this day, but and it's still like we're gearing towards like the middle of the day. But if the volume doesn't kick up now, I just might be stuck with a fucking loss or stuck with this. I'm well, it is a loss. Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck with this loss, honestly. Um, and I have no say so. You know, I should have took my games when I had the chance, and right now I'm at the point where I'm just watching it now. Um, I'm really at the point where I'm just watching the stock now, um, holding and hoping. I'm not in the proper mindset. Hopefully, it builds momentum and some value and starts pushing up here. Um, Shockingly, right? I hope so, but that's not the case. But I'm gonna continue recording this, or I might just end this recording. I mean, I'll let it record and see what it does, and you can watch it as well. But just I was all good right here and right here, and I just got stubborn. I didn't I just got stubborn, bro. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next. All right, so it looks like this shit's not gonna go up at all. Um, I hate this fucking charts. It's just above my the low here. It's gonna come crashing down. I should have just took a smaller loss. I should have just took my gains or a smaller loss. But no, I have to stay stuck with a bigger loss. So I'm just gonna take this loss. I'm disappointed in myself. I already wrote in my calendar, my day trading, my paper trading calendar, that I was up. Now I'm down. So $211 loss when it could have been a $2,000 gain or a $2,500 gain. So now I have to correct this bullshit. But it's not. It's nothing to do with the trade or manipulation. It all has to do with me. So I got out at 1920 when I could have been up way more. So let me cross this out, black it out. Actually, I'm done for today.